Today I'll be reviewing Boruto Chapter 17, AO. This chapter had a pretty surprising plot twist at the end that I'm pretty sure no one saw coming. Like, AO being part of the Kara, definitely wasn't expecting that, but it does explain, well, it does show that even though some people fought in the war against Madara and Kaguya, it doesn't mean that they're, all gonna be good guys and live in peace now. So the chapter starts off with Konohamaru at the fallen airship, and we see that one of his comrades was attacked and he's down, I guess. So then, but before that, Konohamaru does this thing with the scroll, and I guess he uses it as a flash drive. But but yeah, so after that we don't see any more of him. So I don't know if they're is he supposed to be presumed dead or what? I feel like they should have gave us an answer, but they're probably gonna save it for the last minute. I'm really hoping he's not dead, but the way they executed how he found out about his comrade, and then we see nothing else of him, it seems like he might be dead or really hurt. But I don't think they'd kill him off because he hasn't gone on a single mission that we've seen with Boruto and the others. So it doesn't really make sense for them to kill him off so early. Anyways, then we get to Boruto and the others at the office, and Boruto thinks that, well, he doesn't believe Sasuke when he says that the world may be in danger, and Sasuke says that the Otsutsuki might be involved. But then Mitsuki asks if it has anything to do with the seal on Boruto's hand that he's noticed. And then Naruto says that he knows about it too, and that it may have something to do with an organization. So I'm assuming that, well, obviously Sasuke would have to have told him. And Shikamaru speculates that it may have something to do, that the organization with the seals may have something to do with the Otsutsuki too. And then Naruto tells Boruto that that's why they need the ninja tech, and Boruto says that's what ninjutsu is for. And Boruto is definitely right in that aspect, because can you imagine Hashirama just slipping something on just because they use it now? I'm pretty sure he wouldn't, and neither would Madara. Ninja, I can't really imagine Ninja using tools. But then again, we'd have to see it to really actually judge it, to be because it could be hey, Sarada might have died just there, but the ninja tech saved her. I guess in that aspect, we think it's okay. But honestly, I feel like they shouldn't have to use it unless they have to. Well, Naruto's missing his arm, which is why he has it. After all they're talking, then Katsuke, the guy from the tuning exam, walks in, and Boruto's like, "You con man! You're that guy from the tuning exam." He's like, "A con man? I guess you kind of took it yourself," so he can't really blame him. So and Naruto's just like, "He's not a con man, Boruto." And this is an excellent piece of shinobi technology. I'm like, really? And he says that it's different from when they were taking the tuning exams, because the tuning exams is testing the ninja themselves and not how they can use tools. Which has, like I said before in a previous review, that makes sense. But but then but then Boruto argues that ninjas are supposed to use hard work and guts, which is Naruto's model from back in the day. Because we all know Kid Naruto wouldn't be caught using some ninja tool. That's a fact. And then Naruto says that you don't understand, and he says it's alright because he hasn't formed his foundation as Genin. I'm like, I'm not really sure what that means yet, though. And then Naruto decides to give him a mission, and that's to transport Katsuki to another village so that they can fix up this ninja tool. And it's a C rank mission, but Boruto says he doesn't want to do it because he doesn't like Katsuki or the ninja tools. But then Naruto says that Sarada and Mitsuki are going to have to look after him during the mission, but Sarada thinks he isn't going. But Sasuke knows that he's going to go even when he cools off. But then Sarada and Mitsuki go meet Boruto in that same place he was during that time he was taking the tuning exams and didn't want to sign up. And Sarada mentions that it's actually in the same location, but Boruto isn't sitting in the same seat. I just went out of my way to look for that too. Anyways, so when Sarada gets there, she tries to convince Boruto, saying it's a direct order from the Hokage. And Sarada says she's going, but Mitsuki says he's not going, but Boruto's not going. He says that's basically his fundamental policy, is what he calls it. And Boruto's like, you're gonna play that card. But then Mitsuki does like this creepy Orochimaru type thing and like wraps his arm around his face and like he's really Orochimaru's son. But then Mitsuki kind of convinces him to go along, so he does. And then Boruto reveals that he was actually gonna go on it anyway because he had no choice. Then they head to the train station. They get on the train with this Katsuki guy, and that's where they meet AO. And the reason Katsuki knows AO is because he was taken care of him after the war. And apparently AO hasn't been to the village ever since he left. And it looks like he lost his hand and the Byakugan that he stole in the war too. So I'm wondering who took the eye back from him. And he was supposed to be dead since he was in the command center. So I wonder if he has anything to do with how Shikamaru's like dad and Ino's dad didn't die. Because if he's alive and they aren't, I know that his Byakugan can't really do anything to save him, even if he saw it coming. Plus, they stayed there till the last minute, so I don't see how he could have possibly escaped. Then Katsuki explains how he uses like the ninja tools to like help people with, like create their basically to make fake arms and legs for people. And then he stares at AO, and then AO like glares at him back. Like I don't know if it's the art style, but it makes everyone who makes like a certain expression look kind of evil. I don't know. Then AO talks about how he was on the battlefield when he was Boruto's age already, and says that he's from the Hidden Mist. And then Boruto mentions how he's actually been to the Hidden Mist on a field trip. So with that, they're definitely trying to connect the anime to the like manga, which would mean the manga has more content than the anime, which also means that it makes more sense to watch the anime so there isn't any plot holes in the manga, which is strange. So they're trying to get us to watch both of them so they can make as much money as possible off this Naruto spin-off. Then AO also says that back in his day, like this wouldn't have well, he basically says that the village has changed a lot because back in their day, there wouldn't be no damn field trips to the Hidden Mist village. Like who would go anyway? And then he also mentions how he hasn't been back since the war. And then he brings up, like I said before, how the station he was under, like everyone there died except for him, which is always gonna be suspicious. And then he does like the sneak attack thing to Boruto, where he tries to like attack him with a screwdriver and says, "See that you would have been dead just like that if you were his enemy." And I'm like, why is he doing this? And then And the reason he does it is because he wants to prove how everything can be simple depending on how you use it. That's what he believes. And then Boruto and the others get off the train, and Boruto asks, "Do you come to Kahona often?" I'm like, "Oh," and he's just like, "Sure." And then he says, "Send your best wishes to the Hokage for me." And then we see the guy who killed the old guy in the last chapter. I forgot his name. And I don't know how they know. But then AO mentions how it's for someone from the inner to come out to me personally, and then he says that the vessel. Then he brings up how the vessel has been lost, and they also say how. And that's when we get the big reveal that AO is part of the Kara, and apparently I don't know, they're kind of phrasing it weird. And he also said that he used genjutsu on Katsuki to get information about the ninja tools, but I don't know if he gets the information, how's he gonna produce them without enough money? But then again, the vessel was apparently enough money to buy a country. Then Kashin Koji says that there isn't many people in the outer that I would come to with this request. And then he says he requests them to like retrieve the vessel, and I'm like, what? And then he says that Konoha should have already caught its scent, and that they're probably sending Joni nearby, which is Konohamaru. So I'm not sure, did this happen before or after the mission that Konohamaru was on? And does this mean this is before Konohamaru is like gets to the vessel or after? So I'm not sure if he's already killed Konohamaru or encountered him, but I'm not sure. And then at the end of the chapter, Boruto is just like, that guy, he was a really good person after all. And then he says, I hope I can meet him again because I have all kinds of things I want to ask him. Like, then we see AO says, it's been 16 long years since my last real taste of combat. So yeah, this isn't looking good at all. I'm really hoping Konohamaru makes it out and is able to become a ninja again, because I can only see this with Konohamaru dying or him getting an injury for him to not be able to be a ninja anymore. But those were my thoughts on this week's chapter. I can't believe AO is part of the Kara, someone who used to work with the Hokage. It makes you wonder who else might have joined the Kara's outer. Or maybe, like, we've seen all the people in the inner, none of them look familiar. So yeah, I wonder who else has joined the outer. And why would they join the outer? Like, what's their goal? I'm guessing he doesn't like how the Mist joined up with the other nations and he feels like it was better how it was before. Because he used to talk about that a lot in Naruto Shippuden. He also used to scold Chojuro, so I'm guessing he doesn't like that Chojuro is now the 6th Mizukage. So yeah, you can kind of see why he doesn't want to go back to the Mist. But I'm still wondering why would he join the Kara, basically the new Akatsuki. I also wonder if he like intentionally joined the Kara and how long he's been a part of it. I'm guessing maybe when Kaguya, no, the Ten Tails attacked, maybe the Kara jumped in at the last minute and saved him, just him because of his thoughts on the hidden mist. Because I severely doubt the Byakugan saved him, and if it saved him, why couldn't he help save anybody else? Because that Ten Tails attack was huge. There's no Byakugan ability that I've seen, not even the rotation, which he probably can't even learn, that could have saved him from the Ten Tails attack back then. I wonder if he possibly attacked Ino's dad and Shikamaru's dad back at the base. And plus there's the question of what the Kara's goal really is, and what are they planning to do with this vessel exactly. So this chapter definitely left us with a lot of questions. Hopefully they're answered soon, but we have to wait 1 month every single time, which kind of sucks, but we'll eventually get the answer, so I guess they're trying to keep us hooked into the story. I'd say they're doing a pretty good job with it right now, because, like, I definitely wasn't expecting AO to be a part of the Kara. The craziest thing I can imagine in the future happening is maybe Jiraiya being part of the Kara. That would be the ultimate plot twist. It would, like, all the Naruto Shippuden fans would be watching Boruto at that moment. Like, no one would look away from Jiraiya making a comeback somehow and being with the bad guys. Because he still isn't 100% confirmed dead. All we know is that he fell into the water. But I don't want to get too out of hand with some crazy theory. But let me know what you guys thought of this chapter. What did you think about the anime or the manga making like a direct connection to the anime? And yeah, those were my thoughts on this chapter of Boruto. So thanks for watching and bye.